You've already won.
Doodle-dee. Oh, stream.
Is there actually?
What's shaking, everybody?
Oh, hey,
Oh, welcome back.
what's up? We're back with another 2 episodes
2
of
episodes.
Ahsoka.
Yes,
Um,
I'm getting over being ill
yeah,
last
so
week, so I ruined the show.
totally ruined the show for me. I'm not even watching it anymore because of it.
So you didn't watch episode 5?
No, I did.
Oh, good.
I'm most definitely joking about that.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we're gonna rock episode 4, then 5 today.
yeah,
Uh,
we're gonna are we gonna be pretty quick on 4 there, or
I think we're gonna do a half and half.
a half and half? Not a double,
No.
just a half and half.
Yeah, like cream. It's rising to the top.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Where would you like to start with episode 4 of Ahsoka, the Disney Plus show?
The show kind of kicks off around Ahsoka Hu Yang, Doctor Who
Hey,
Yang,
I'm the guy who messes up names.
and Sabine, kind of fixing the ship up. Now, in this piece, I've heard people say, and I've read comments about why 2 veteran people from war have no sentries out. They're not paying attention. They're just hanging out in the ship, having life chats. Hu Yang's even in the ship for most of that.
So they're really kind of nonchalant about
Yeah.
the situation.
And like you literally landed on a planet where people are going to be looking for you for sure.
where you're pretty certain.
Yeah. You like they're coming.
Yeah.
And nobody's keeping an eye out.
Because Ahsoka's not worried about it.
Apparently, she should have been a little bit worried.
All right.
But
they're stuck in the red bush.
yes. That's a pretty cool looking planet, by the way.
What's the planet called again?
Which one is that? It starts with an S.
Yeah, red bush.
Red Bush planet. I think it's Cetos.
I think you are correct. Something along that line.
I don't know. I thought it was a really neat planet, but even the planet when I saw it, it kind of like has that Dathomir vibe to it. So it's really fitting that
My thoughts exactly.
the Night Sisters have the Night Sisters had like a settlement there at some point.
Yeah.
The Night Sisters are from Dathomir.
I know who the Night
Okay.
Sisters are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. At this
That's where they're from.
point in time.
Yeah.
All right. That's one of Morgan's
Yes.
clan.
Yeah,
group.
she's one of them.
But
One of what's left of them.
yeah.
Because they did get pretty messed up by the Grievous and them, actually.
Good old Grievous.
I believe it was Grievous. I think he landed there and just ripped it up.
Yeah, you are correct in that. I think.
Droids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure.
I know everything about this.
Oh, okay.
Universe. So
Well, that's good.
yeah, I got your back here.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate
This episode was a lot like Clone Warsy, where I got like a very Clone Warsy vibe. Not quite as much as the next, I would say, but
Sure.
like
Well, yeah.
you know,
That's
but
fair.
it had a stranded in the
Yeah.
on a planet being chased down by the enemy. Actually, what am I saying? It's not a Clone Warsy thing. It's a Star Warsy
Star
thing.
Warsy thing. Yeah. Somebody you end up somewhere where you don't want to be. You're stuck, and there's bad guys coming for you.
Yeah, that's.
I don't
Star
even know
Wars.
if that's a Star Wars thing. That just sounds like an action movie of any kind, really. I mean, it's just gonna happen unless you're Liam Neeson. Then you do the chasing.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
And you're very good at it at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Particular set of skills. Maybe
Yeah,
even. But yeah, it kind of cuts over back and forth between Balin hanging out with Morgan. They know that Ahsoka and Sabine aren't going to get slowed down very fast by these hack troops. It's just some
Yeah, I don't
droids and
feel like
such.
Morgan is so much worried.
No, she just needs them stalled long enough to set
Right?
up coordinates.
It's not
and
even
do
like
it.
a take them out thing. It's just give me time.
Yeah. She just
Right?
needs to calculate the jump to hyperspace, bud.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, yeah, dude.
yeah. Yeah.
I think Balin Skull is a really, really cool character.
I'm excited for the next couple episodes. 2 more? Do we get 2 more or 1 more?
This
three
would
more.
be. Is there 8?
Oh, I think they moved to 8 because I think I was complaining that everything was 6 and Disney,
So they moved to 8
Disney,
because you complained.
Disney called and I was like, you got to pick it up. Like the 6 episode thing is just not cutting it. We need,
then what are you doing putting like a filler episode in there so early?
We need more.
So
we are getting 8, I believe.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You
can thank me too when you see
you guys wanna, we'll leave a option to give for people to give grace to you.
Yeah.
For all you've done for the season.
You can
and Star Wars in general.
Fan mail me.
You know. Pour their gifts down upon you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So when it cuts back over, we get a really cool fight scene.
There you go. Oh, there's no way they don't hear that. Is there?
Impressive.
If you don't hear that, that's the cat just letting loose.
We cut back over to Hu Yang goes outside the ship there, and he's gonna fix some stuff outside, and you get like that ominous sense. He's doing his jam.
Even he does. He kind of looks around a little.
Yeah, and still again, Ahsoka and Sabine just chilling in the ship, prepping up for like they're gonna go.
Hu Yang looks around, and then he squints.
Yeah, he does.
Like
there's something suspicious.
I don't know how that
something suspicious
works for
going
drones
on out here. Droids?
For droids?
Yeah.
Doesn't making their optical sensors smaller, wouldn't that hinder?
Well, maybe it like focuses like it lengthens the focus lens.
I have to say I enjoyed
like binoculars.
It gave him a lot of character.
Yeah.
So but it was interesting.
And then gets attacked by an HK droid.
Yeah,
HK assassin droid.
Hu Yang holds his own.
Yeah. They're going full fisties, and I was like, "Oh no, Hu Yang," because I thought he was gonna go down.
Oh yeah, like right away.
Yeah, and then he busts out the back arm,
the Grievous arms,
the Grievous-esque
arms.
Yeah, 0.5 version.
Yeah,
and starts tearing it up. He's like going blow for blow with that HK droid. It was,
and then to warn them, takes out the ship's power again.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yeah. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He wouldn't mess up. Ahsoka's got so much faith in Hu Yang, and she should, because
really, Hu Yang's awesome.
He's the guy.
But yeah, Hu Yang definitely impressively held his own.
Yeah. Well, he is a Jedi training droid, so he's got some moves, I would imagine.
See, I thought it was all about information.
I think if you put a couple of like vibroblades in those arms, I think he'd wreck it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Which, does Sabine have a vibroblade?
No, she's got a lightsaber.
Why can't she have both?
She could. She might have a vibroblade. Probably a little, because she's a Mandalorian.
Anyway, they both book it outside.
Yeah. We get a solid fight scene.
Yeah.
I was pretty excited by it.
Where Ahsoka uses some pretty cool tactics by moving one of the bad guys in front of a blaster shot, tossing him away, right? And then Sabine slingshots him. I don't know what is it.
Yeah,
What's it called?
I don't know. It's just a wire thing.
Hooks him,
Yeah.
pulls him into her blade or her saber.
Which I think is cool. Like, I'm hopeful that we get some more solid, like, of that Mando tactic mixed with Jedi training from Sabine in the next couple episodes, because it just has a cool feel to the whole thing. It's so different than we usually get to see. Those back arms are badass indeed.
Oh, Huyang's? Huyang's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huyang.
They gotta be handy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah.
You know?
I mean, I don't even think they have hands on them. I think
I think they're the clampers.
Clampies, but still handy indeed. Handy.
Yeah, you're so funny. Yeah, pretty cool though. And then back into the ship, I guess.
No, they cook out like they're gonna go, and Huyang's like,
this is
stay
gonna
together.
take me a while.
Stay together. I'm gonna try and fix the stuff and do what I need to do. But
now
you're
this
better
is an
together.
important statement.
Yeah,
I nearly almost didn't get that out of my mouth.
As soon as he said it, though, you had the feeling that at some point they were gonna split up because they're meatheads.
Yeah.
Right, and they don't want to listen to the droid for some reason.
So they're off to get the map, which
I'm a map.
Circling back a little bit, I think it's important to state that Ahsoka is under the impression that we might have to destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And fail at bringing Ezra back.
Right. Just to keep Thrawn away.
If it means keeping Thrawn from regaining power.
Yeah.
Right? How much do you think Sabine is fighting to say, like, elsewise, though, there?
Well, she was, for sure. And I mean, Ahsoka can sense it. She asks if she can trust her to do what she needs to do. And Sabine says she can, but obviously...
I don't know.
Obviously, that doesn't turn out right.
Yeah. So they book it off, and they're heading towards the pillars where that
the
map
star
is.
map ruin thing.
Yeah. Okay. In the meantime,
Hera is gonna kick it and not follow orders either.
I am just so happy that her character and Chopper and that are a full-fledged like character that we see up until recently, I think. Yeah,
I think we might miss out in the coming episodes, but I mean, they played a big part. I don't think they're gone. Like, I think we're still going to get pieces of that story.
I do hope so.
As we're flowing through, even.
And I even hope that we see some other characters pop in.
Sure. Because we get Captain Teva, which I thought it was a cool crossover piece.
Yeah, definitely.
If you remember Captain Teva, he's one of the Adelphi, that was a hard one, Adelphi Rangers that we got to meet in The Mandalorian, which was dope.
And it's cool because they're, are they in X-Wings?
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see them flying the X-Wings and stuff like that.
Yeah. And even just like the scene with, so after Hera is obviously disobeying whatever, and she gives that, once a rebel, always a rebel speech. And
that was a nice little...
and they're doing the pullout.
The pullout, eh?
As they're going to jump to hyperspace to go and be the reinforcements that they need. It had a cool feel to it, like watching the rebels and stuff like that. I loved when they did the pullout. Thanks, Laura.
She's always been a fan of the pullout.
And Hera is Phoenix leader now, which is kind of cool, because harken back to Rebels, Phoenix Squad was one of the teams that the Spectres often fought alongside and stuff too.
Okay.
So it was kind of cool.
Cool.
I
always
out there.
Enjoy the scenes with her and Chopper.
Yeah.
And even Jason played a big part in these two episodes.
A lot of Chopper's jam in these two episodes too are just kind of making sarcastic beeps and boops.
Yeah.
Which is great.
I love how you can almost hear what he's saying.
Oh yeah. And I told you before, I think it's because you've watched so much Star Wars now that you're starting
That
to
I can
understand
now
droids.
understand droid.
Because I'm positive that I can understand R2 and BB-8 and Chopper. I know what they're saying in the shows.
Yeah. It's just
And it might be weird, but I'm telling you, you can almost you can pick up on
it's kind of like when
everything.
Groot
Yeah,
said,
except
human
for
words.
that was a mess, and makes sense. It's not like I'm really hopeful that
Like,
at
what
some
if
point
Chopper
we're gonna
just
be
goes?
sitting there and
What if
Chopper's gonna
Chopper
be
just
like,
goes?
"I love you guys."
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I love you guys.
Love you. Why would Chopper say that?
Love you guys. I don't know. It seems like something like the gruff, like killer of the group would say at the end of like a hardcore mission. He's just like, you know what? I love you guys, just to show a little sensitiveness.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, but
yeah, still awesome characters. I'm
yeah,
forever a fan of these two characters now.
and I am excited like about what they're going to do with Jason because he's already shown a ton that he's force sensitive. He's Kanan or Caleb Dune.
He's
unless
been eating his Metachlorianos.
you know Caleb Dune is.
Isn't Caleb his father?
Yeah, it's Kanan.
Oh, Kanan.
Yeah, because Kanan changed his name from Caleb Dune when Order 66 went, so it's the same guy.
Okay, look, that's deeper than I'm.
You're welcome. Hey guys, enjoying the show. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Jack Taplin. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
He threw you right off then, didn't he?
Off my rant. Well, I think I was on a rant anyway, so it's fine. So they take off. They're heading to be reinforcements, even though Hera's not supposed to. She's gonna be in trouble.
I love how badass she is.
She's gonna be in trouble. But then we get back and we've got Ahsoka and Sabine running through the forest, and then it gets juicy.
Okay, so I like a good running through the forest scene.
Yeah, it's almost as good as
almost
like
as good as
training montage.
Well, it's almost as good as the young Princess Leia chase.
The chase scene. Yeah.
If you can remember that,
I can remember that.
It's almost as good as that scene.
Yeah.
Right. So it really is hyping me up because maybe
you're like, oh,
maybe some people are going to hit their head on a branch.
Yeah. Classic.
I
was thinking about that scene the other day, just a real quick aside, and you know what I thought of? That scene in I think it was the second Jurassic Park, where Malcolm's daughter, the like 60-pound gymnast, swings and does like a little loop and then kicks the like 300-pound dinosaur and it just like goes flying.
Yeah, those movies are based on real physics.
Yeah.
Okay. Facts.
Oh, hey Teresa, thanks for joining us. Been loving this show. You know what? And I feel like Teresa's been a fan of the show for like years at this point. We see her every once in a while. It's great. I like it.
Yeah. It's a good show so far. What can I say?
It's been great.
I
think she meant our show.
I don't know. I don't think she's.
I think
talking
she's been
about
loving
our show.
our
I think she's
show.
Talking about
No,
Ahsoka.
No, I'm gonna say that she's been loving this show. This show that we're on right now.
I would like to believe that.
We're gonna go.
I'm gonna need some clarification.
No, we don't. We're gonna go with this show that we're on.
I feel like you're the kind of person where you're just gonna take the compliment anywhere you can get it. It's
I am.
Somebody's like, "Hey, nice dog," and you're like, "I don't have a dog, but thanks. I don't have one with me, but
yeah,
I do have a nice dog at home.
Mm-hmm. It's my nice dog. They might not even be talking to me. I don't care.
No, I feel like you're just gonna take it.
I don't care.
Stealing compliments all over the place.
Yeah. So my next note on the board here,
the whiteboard of truth,
is epic fight scene. Pew pew. Bzz, bzz. Yeah.
This is an enjoyable fight scene.
It's kind of probably one of the ones that we've been waiting for, where we get to see those guys kind of square up.
So right off the bat, I'm thinking Like I know why they pitted Hottie
Yeah.
and Sabine.
Yeah.
Because there's some payback
There's a
there.
little.
All right. But realistically,
It should have been the other way.
should have been the other way around.
Yeah. Because in theory, like, Inquisitors didn't get, straight up Jedi training.
Yeah.
They got enough training to go hunt Jedi, but not the full Sith experience.
Yeah. So you get why this is happening because they've both faced off against these people already. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And Sabine has been practicing.
Yeah. She's been putting in the work.
Right? And then she does this hand movement that looks like she's using the Force for a second.
Yeah.
And Hottie kind of takes a step back. All right. And it kind of looks like she used the Force a little bit.
Yeah.
But did she? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think Hottie was anticipating some
Yeah.
Force.
And then she used it as a decoy to use her
pew pew.
Her pew pews.
That's right.
Right? Which was clever. It was very much a Mandalorian kind of move to do.
Yeah.
And she did quite a bit better. I mean, she didn't get stabbed.
Yeah. She didn't win either.
No,
really.
But I mean, she held her own.
Yeah. For a bit.
Okay.
She needs to do better.
No.
If she's going to take down
Hu Yang,
I'm just saying she needs to do better.
Calm down, Hu Yang.
She needs to really mesh those Mandalorian skills into what she does.
She
what she's
just
doing
started training again.
I'm throwing it out there. Maybe she's going to get some lessons from Balin.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay. Now let's jump over to...
And you know what would be cool about that before we do? Because I just had this thought. Is that, Ezra wasn't just taught by Kanan. He was also taught by Darth Maul. So we could see...
I knew that.
We could see some of... Oh, okay. We could see some of that kind of parallel, which would... I would enjoy.
It would be cool. Yeah. Is that unorthodox?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But...
To almost be lured to the dark side by a Sith.
But what did we say? Like, that there's a whole chain of unorthodox training.
Yeah.
Right?
So unorthodox.
So,
and Ezra's was not orthodox either.
No.
I don't even know. I think, I think Kanan wasn't even a Jedi at the like when he left.
I couldn't tell you.
I think during the Order 66 thing, I believe that he was not even a full Jedi.
I really want to watch
the Padawan
right up to that point where just before Order 66, like, is that part of Clone Wars?
It filters in there, yeah.
Yeah,
but it'll be all at the end.
Yeah.
Like, because Clone Wars ends the same kind of time.
Yeah.
As
okay.
the
it's a big
trilogy.
list of homework I got to do.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Anyway, let's talk a little bit
she
about...
needs to be more badass Mando. It's okay if the Force is not strong with her. Mandos are cool.
But I think we're going to get a point...
That's a bit much. I don't know that Mandos are cooler is a statement.
I don't know. Like, I mean, if you were to take a poll, okay, now...
And then put it in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have all the people who like Mandos on one side.
Yeah.
All the people who like Jedis on the other side.
Yeah.
And then I don't know where that goes from there.
What are you going to do with that?
They now have to... They now have to fight it out.
Oh. But only one side gets the pole? Like,
well, it depends.
Hunger Games style, where they
all the Jedis have lightsabers, so it's unfair.
Almost true. Lightsabers can't cut Mandalorian
Beskar.
armor, Beskar armor, so...
Yeah. Anyway, we are getting off track.
We did.
Ahsoka's fight with
Merrick. Yeah.
All right.
It's good.
It's a good fight.
It's not a great fight. You know what's been bothering me is Ahsoka keeps just whipping out the one lightsaber too.
I know, she's all like, hey,
yeah.
I got two, but I'm just gonna use the one.
And she rips with two. Why does she keep doing the one?
Because they have to. In Star Wars, what you have to understand is that if there's a quota.
Yeah.
For things that are a direct rip off of something else that happened earlier in Star Wars.
Okay.
which means that she has to hold her one saber up with two hands like this because another character did it in Star Wars previously.
Behind her back one?
Yeah.
That one?
Because she holds it up just like
Several other people?
Okay, never mind then.
Who?
All right.
Who's she holding it up like?
The
Anakin?
No.
Luke.
The guy. I'm gonna anger a lot of Star Wars people here.
Okay, just say what you think the name is.
He was senator.
Senator guy.
The
Palpatine?
Palpatine.
Okay.
Except for when he's all old-faced and...
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean.
And he holds it up like this?
Yeah, he holds it up like just like she does. He's like... Because that's not a typical pose for her.
Right.
Right? She's much more tactical than that.
Yeah. Well, she's a warrior.
Yeah.
Trained. In war. Came up in war. She's hardcore.
That's part of the problem. Sorry.
Dan forgot his coaster.
Yeah. I am not allowed here anymore. She's just gonna start gluing coasters to my drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was an okay fight. We Merrick gets a saber through the midsection, and then he's a Dementor.
Yeah, he's a Dementor, yes. The good theory, like not any of the dumb theories that have been going around about him possibly being Ezra, which annoyed me.
A terrible, terrible plot twist.
Is that he was just reanimated, because it was assumed all the Inquisitors would have been dead by this point.
Some people were saying that he was going to be Maw. And I'm like, what?
Why would he be? And he would have been way more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, way more dangerous if he was Maw.
Yeah, some of these theories were pretty terrible.
Reanimated Inquisitor by Morgan Elsbeth.
Which is fine.
Which is good for me.
It just makes him a disposable warrior.
Yeah. A cool disposable warrior.
Perfectly fine. Fits well. Leave it there.
Yeah. Right? And I mean, who's to say he's even dead because he disappeared into a smoke? He could flow into some other random...
He's a demon.
Thing. He's a demon now.
Yeah.
He can do what he wants.
He can now possess anything.
Yeah. You could be possessed right now.
I could be. Yeah.
But you're not wearing a hat or a helmet. You are wearing a hat.
I am wearing a hat, actually. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, so all in all, they fight. Sabine says, "Hey, I got this."
Yeah.
Take off, get the map.
Yeah. Which is directly opposed to what Hu Yang told them when they were leaving. Don't split up.
Don't split up.
Dummies.
They continue their fight.
Ahsoka rolls out. And it kind of cuts to Morgan. She's going to take off and go prep the ship, prep the Eye of Sion.
Yeah.
The Eye of Saruman, the flaming red eye.
So, my impression of Morgan.
Do it right now.
I
want to see it.
No, because
I want to see your impression of Morgan.
No, because it's going to come off as fucking make my monsters grow.
If you know who that is, please comment.
You know.
Yeah.
Come on, I had to. That's what she reminds me of.
Yeah, okay. A little bit, but not
quite so much, like to an extent. All right. The impression that I get of her person.
Yes.
Okay. Is that she doesn't give a rat's ass about Hottie and
no,
they're disposable.
Yeah, they're hired goons to her.
When she was up there and everything was going on down there, I was thinking to myself, the second she gets the coordinates, she's gone.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna roll too.
Like I thought that she was gonna roll out on them.
But she didn't.
No.
So maybe she has a little respect for her goons.
Or maybe she feels like they're still useful.
Well, yeah, they won, right?
Yeah.
So,
So let's explain how that happens exactly.
yes.
So this episode, I was gonna call it an issue because I have a
Issue?
issue doing that. Oh, snap. They she approaches, as in Ahsoka
Ahsoka approaches
approaches
the pillars.
the pillars. Okay,
Yeah.
has a little bit of a tough with Balin.
I don't think he can take her.
He doesn't desire to.
I don't think he wants to take her, but I don't think he can either.
He's playing some mind games, or trying to
Yeah.
play some mind games with her, using some phrases, is about her training not being done, and Anakin turning into the dark side, and how that must leave a mark on her and stuff. And she does lose a little bit of focus.
The point when she really starts sucking out, though, is when she touches at this point, witch enchanted map ball, and you can see it, like, obviously weakens her.
I just feel like through these two episodes, you get to see a little bit, or at least this one, you get to see a little bit of her giving into the darkness a little bit.
Well, yeah, because she's got a lot of past trauma pieces and guilt.
Yeah.
Around.
And even in the way that she's fighting, you can see that she's fighting in a less tactical and more aggressive fashion. So she's conflicted through a lot of this fight, right? Which might have been the reason why she gave him a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah.
Right.
And then grabbing that thing, weakening herself.
Mm-hmm. And even he says that's not a smart move.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea.
Right. So meanwhile, Sabine is fighting.
She does the pew pew, and then Shin Hati cooks out.
Yeah. And when Shin Hati arrives, it leaves Ahsoka to believe that she has killed Sabine.
And there was a great point to that anger dark side bit. Is she just picks her up and whips her against the rocks? Like, it was a little scary, because she's...
Welcome, Monica, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Monica.
Thank you for watching.
She's doing the old in-out.
In-out?
Yeah, she's coming in, coming out.
But pull out?
Yeah. Well, I don't think she even pulled out. I think she just fell out. So yeah, Shin Hati's down. Ahsoka's kind of pushed to the brink, and Sabine does get there, and
just in time to see,
picks up the ball. She's like, destroy it, and then doesn't destroy it right away, and Ahsoka gets kicked off a cliff.
And then they kind of end it there. Right?
No.
Or does he have her talk?
There's like a little bit. One of the cool things that I was kind of noticing, and then I was doing some research and reading, is Balin was using like the Force in such a subtle way, in that empath, like he's picking up on her emotions and her thoughts.
Definitely.
And using those things.
And saying that
the same thing he was trying to do to Ahsoka.
The sort of thing that she's much more subjectable to that, though. Sabine. Right?
Yeah, because she's younger, less experienced, and she just wants her family.
And finding Ezra is so
important. Which is all she's got left is Ezra. This is Cetos.
He tapped.
Yeah. He Cetos kicked her.
Yeah.
Into the pit of doom.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's appealing to her want for her family and stuff like that. So.
And it works. She does not destroy the orb. And then Shin Hati wakes up after she's already made a deal and just chokes her out anyway a bit. Which, bringing back the Force choke, they do a really great job of grabbing pieces from all over Star Wars lore and pulling it into this.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love all of those little nuances. They're making me so happy.
Me too.
So happy.
Me so happy. Me so happy.
Yeah. Oh, Misa's so happy.
Yeah, and then we're gonna end that episode pretty much.
Help arrives too late. Oh, that's right. The only thing we're missing is Hera gets there, has a quick chat with Hu Yang about them about to make the hyperspace jump. And we get Hera pulling in with the X-Wings and stuff, and they hyperspace jump right past.
Oh yeah, that is a cool scene because they just about make it to the eye.
Yeah.
And the blast into hyperspace is so jaunting that it spins a lot of the ships
I think
out.
you used two words at once there, and it was amazing for jaunting. But then it turns into the word for like going for a jaunt. But
it's jarring.
Jarring and daunting. Yeah.
It's jaunting.
It's jaunting.
Hey, I'm a wordsmith. Okay?
You are.
If I don't look, the word didn't exist, so I invented it.
Yes.
All right.
But that's kind of where we end-ish, but no, not really. Because we have the most important piece, because that was dope, where it blows through and they like spin out and crash up. Ahsoka wakes up at the end of this episode.
Oh, I thought that started in the next episode. No, she does wake up in the world between worlds.
That's it? Yes.
And
I was super excited about the world between worlds.
I didn't even know much about it other than a little bit of research.
Yeah.
And I was excited.
Yeah.
I had a feeling they were going to bring it in somehow.
So what is it, Daniel?
It's the world between worlds.
Yes. So it's a place that exists outside of like time and space.
And you can see memories.
You can see memories, yes. They traverse it in Rebels.
They explore it in more depth.
Yeah,
right.
There's lots of it in Rebels, if you watch Rebels.
And then over her shoulder walks what is it, a remnant?
It's hard to say what it is. It's not a Force ghost,
no.
Right? Because this is the world between worlds, so it could be kind of like a Force ghost, but it could be just a piece pulled from times.
Yeah. Anyway, it is none other than Anakin.
And he calls her Snips.
Yeah, and that's exciting.
Yeah. I was so excited.
When he calls her that, and...
It would have been weird if she called him Sky Guy, though.
Yeah.
I think that would have felt weird. But...
So he's coming in, and they've done an okay job of de-aging.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks solid.
Right? But I think in the next episode, when they've got him in the Clone Wars outfit and everything like that, they've actually done a better job.
Yeah. He looks great.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to, because it's the world between worlds, so it's almost... You don't have to do as much de-aging and stuff, right? He can be a little dirty because... It could be him pulled from so many different times that it doesn't make a difference so much. But
anyway, the lesson is die or live.
Yeah.
I don't know if they point that out or if that's part of the next episode.
That's part of the next episode.
So let's just segue right into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all relevant.
Yeah.
All right. The lesson is, do you want to live or do you want to die?
Yeah. And they're going to start their space duel.
Yeah.
And while they're about to start their space duel, Hera and her team, along with Jason, are at those pillars. And it's kind of, I love that. I love that scene, that piece. People were freaking out because you couldn't see his scar until episode 5, until the next episode.
Yes, but
again, though, it's world between worlds.
And also, I think that quite a bit of this is created by her mind.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that was part of the theory, whether the world between worlds in this is actually that space or whether it's in her mind.
Yeah. I will say their segue from the ocean leading up until when she's laying on that platform is very smooth.
Yeah.
And it's a really nice cut job to you almost don't even notice that it turns from water to that like glimmery kind of
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
You know what was great? Cinematography
in this, the acting
spectacular,
delicious.
And when I'll talk a bit about the acting in a minute, because I do have like a shout out to acting. But so yeah, we get Jason sensing the lightsaber battle, which I thought was
really cool,
a really ace touch.
See, why can she hear it though?
She could be like, not everybody that's force sensitive would be a Jedi right away, right? Yeah. Especially if they're not force sensitive enough. Like Sabine wouldn't have been a Jedi. They talk about that, like wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So it's possible between
Hu Yang about it.
Yeah, it's possible between carrying this Jedi baby for one, and then being in proximity with him when he's hearing something and sensing something. He could be
with him.
He could be putting out some of that too, right? So the Force works in mysterious ways. Because even Chopper's
not getting anything on his radars or nothing.
And none of the X-wings, Tava's kind of bitchy about it. Even he's just like a little sarcastic, like, we're already in trouble.
Yeah, like, and running low on fuel.
And we're running low on fuel, and we're out here doing rips again. Yeah. Not doing rips, but like doing.
Yeah, just taking a rip.
Nobody's doing rips. Just out for a rip. So yeah. Then we cut back into the lightsaber duel, and it's a great fight. And Ahsoka's like skilled up enough that in her mind she could take Anakin. Or in this space, and not necessarily take him. Like, I don't think he's going full tilt or anything on her, because he's Anakin,
and it's a lesson.
And I love, that she kind of starts to get the upper hand, and then he's like, I haven't touched everything, and then he just cuts the
floor down, right? Kind of lures her into like that dead end.
Yeah.
And then cuts the floor down, and then it goes to the fantastic scenes that are pulled like right out of freaking Clone Wars.
So when we get there, and I was trying to figure it out, because I was like, this is not Christophsis, which is kind of like where they first meet, and she's like given to him as the Padawan and stuff. But then,
because they say that it's their first
mission together. So then I had read somewhere somebody said something about Ryloth, because there was Twi'leks there, and that it could have been the battle for Ryloth. And I'm not like, their first mission together was to save the Hutt's son, Jabba's son.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure where exactly this was, but
yeah,
I didn't care that much. I would have felt like
it was really cool.
I would have felt more like it was Teth than anything.
She is now in her younger form.
Yes.
And
Ariana Greenblatt is the actress.
Yes, and she played young Gamora.
Yeah, so she's just kicking around Disney playing young versions of whoever, and just crushes.
Oh yeah, well, she's perfect.
I absolutely loved her in this role.
Is this the
acting that I wanted to talk about, because
take her away.
It was stunning. She did her homework. It felt like Ahsoka. Even the fighting pieces, like when she was dual wielding the lightsabers and stuff,
I like how she had her old blades.
Yeah,
like her old sabers and stuff.
And it was so clean. She's talented.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And did you do? When I was looking, as another aside, when I was looking at her, the different movies that she had played in and stuff, she's going to be in a Borderlands movie.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah,
a Borderlands movie altogether would be sweet.
I'm excited for that regardless.
Yeah.
So.
She's a great young actress.
Yeah. I'm excited to see where she goes and what she does because she did an amazing job, young Ahsoka.
Yeah, these scenes are awesome. They feel like Clone Wars.
Yeah. The banter the banter for Anakin, not so much her because she still has that, adult mentality piece and she's not that snips.
Yeah, but even in the first battle, the way she carries herself, and then the second battle, she's carrying herself much more prominent, like
she's leveled up.
Yeah, she's very more timid, like she's still freaked out by this whole situation. And then in the second scene where that second battle, she's much more like...
Thanks for joining us, Vaughn 82. Much love from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Holy. Thank you very much for joining us. Talking about some Ahsoka.
We're on to episode 5.
We're in the Clone Wars scenes. Which again were fantastic.
Like, I loved everything about it. I love that in the first part of this you get Rex, and I don't even think he's Captain Rex at this point.
But the voice is
pulled his voice
perfect. You don't get to see anybody with their helmets off or anything like that, but it is
I thought that was interesting too, though, because even I mentioned it to my wife when we were watching it, that even the clones that were down and out, like on the stretchers and stuff, still had like things over their faces so you couldn't really see them.
Yeah. Did you notice that some of the guys in the background, some of the helmets in the background had the painting on their masks to mimic her?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because she had a certain following.
Yeah, her little crew.
So there was actually some people in the background that had that, because I think they went for the orange and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed there was some masks that were painted like that.
That's dope.
Which was really kind of cool. Right? And I don't think Rex had it, but still, he was
blue.
People have been stoked for Rex.
Yeah.
Right?
I was super excited for Rex, and Rex really followed through and took care of her even after Order 66.
Yeah.
He managed to go against that programming and stuff and get the chip out and stuff. Yeah. So it's
what a cool
if you get to the end of Clone Wars.
I'll be doing that for the rest of my life.
Yeah. It's a really, Rex has a super deep tie with Ahsoka and stuff, so it's cool.
So Anakin is still trying to teach a lesson.
Yeah, because he's obviously cognizant of the fact that they're not actually in the Clone Wars right now and they're doing their thing. But even that walk away piece where it's the smoke and as it clears, like he's Vader and stuff.
It just flashes, right? And like when he's walking away and he's got the clone troopers there, and then when it flashes to him as Vader, they're gone.
Yeah.
Right? It's just super cool.
Yeah.
Right? And even when she gets booted back out of the memory
of the second one.
All right. And he's approaching. It flashes back to him as Vader again. And
it has a bit of the breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Just very well done.
I loved it.
And then his eyes are red, and he's got that ominous looking face and stuff like that, right up until she kind of learns the lesson.
Yeah. If we can kick back, I just love the fact that they had the Mandalorian super commandos from when Darth Maul took over.
Okay.
When they do because the second portion of that scene is the siege of Mandalore. So she's taking out those super commandos, and they have like the horned helmets and stuff, which I thought was... Yeah. I was excited to just see them.
That was super cool, and that's not something I've seen much of because I would have to watch more.
You have to get to the later portions of the Clone Wars.
I understand what they are.
Yeah.
Right. And they're still, even after Maul, they're still loyalists to Maul. Right. So they still wear
I think they rolled over to the Empire for a while.
But they still wore those the spikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
It's just a cool look for a helmet.
It's super cool.
Which is why everybody thought Tarkin? No. Wrong one.
You got this.
Grand Moff Gideon.
Oh.
Moff Gideon. Yeah. Not Grand. Moff Gideon had the helmet in The Mandalorian, and everybody was thinking that was something to do with the Super Commandos and Maul and stuff. But
it didn't.
Didn't turn out that way. Would have been cool if it did.
Anyway, carry on.
Carry on.
Carry on my wayward son.
There'll be peace when you are done.
Thank you.
Yeah. We get the Dark Anakin. Dark Anakin. What? I've not watched Supernatural ever, so
do it.
The saber duel, the lesson learned. She chooses to live line was dope.
And that's when he kind of turns back to the good Anakin and goes, "There's hope for you."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
You know, after so in all of the after scenes past this duel, when she gets rescued, she wakes up, they get her in the water, pull her back. Everything after, her demeanor feels like it changed.
Oh, for sure.
Like, she seems like she's smiling more and being a little more...
She's Gandalf the White.
She's more Gandalf the White then, because she's wearing her white outfit stuff.
A lot of people are saying that her transformation is definitely similar to Gandalf.
Okay.
Turning into Gandalf the White. They both fall off of a thing.
Okay. Okay. All right.
You know?
And there was an Eye of Sion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eye of Sauron. Yeah, okay. I'll take it.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. You can.
But yeah, her demeanor definitely changed, and
it's like she lost some of that darkness we were talking about, and the doubt in herself, and those pieces where she, like, obviously she blames herself for, in part at least, for Anakin's transformation into Vader and stuff. So,
and this whole thing is a lesson about the relationship between master and
apprentice.
Yeah. Right. And how she didn't mess up Sabine's training. She just hasn't completed it yet.
Yeah.
Right. #deep.
#deep.
So
like it. Yeah. She comes back. There's not a lot left to say about the end of this episode's like pretty chill.
Well, they pretty much need to find a way, because the Balin chopped the map in half.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Force echoes, which, I mean, that was kind of you could see that coming bit.
Yeah.
So she reads the Force echoes, realizes Sabine went, and they need to find a way. What better way than Purgle?
What are you going to do?
What better way than Purgle?
Go for the space whales.
That's right.
Right?
Because you're a Jedi, and you already know.
She loves going out on her wing.
Yeah. She's just hanging out.
Chilling. So she goes up to the biggest one, looks it in the eye.
Says, yo, can you give us a ride?
Open up.
You want to give us a ride?
All right. Open up, Moby.
It was huge.
It was huge. And at this point, the rest of what is it, home base or whatever they call it, what is it?
Oh, the
rest of the fleet or whatever.
The rest of a bunch of the fleet they've
come to shut the program down.
It's like, no, it's enough of this crap.
All right.
You're
Meanwhile, what's his face has to
Captain Teva.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, no,
you can't go down there right now.
I like how he's like, Identify yourself. You know damn well who we are.
Hope, need you to identify yourself. He does a great job of stalling. Plays his
part well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then has to explain the plan, which obviously is outlandish.
Yeah.
Until the space whales start floating into space.
It's crazy how that character has grown.
Yeah. Yeah, as a little side guy from Mando to, like, he's got some solid jam in this one.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we got to hop into a whale.
Mm-hmm. But just Ahsoka and Huyang.
Yeah. This is why I was saying that the possibility for the next couple episodes we might not see Chopper and Hera's character as much.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see some back and forth because she's still got some splaining to do.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, my last note says Hera probably in trouble.
Oh, Spaghetti-O.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we take off, and I like when Hera says to the rest of the fleet and stuff, is like, you might want to move.
Yeah. And just a whole pod of giant space whales come flowing in.
Yeah, and then they go to take off, and Huyang says something along the lines of like, we could end up anywhere type deal, right? And she's thrilled about that.
Yeah, she just smiles and says, we might not end up where we want to go.
Better than not going anywhere.
That's right.
Better than not moving.
And yeah, that's stay deep. But that's a great display of that
the
rejuvenation
that she's had.
Like,
right?
Yeah, back to more of her old self before shit went downhill.
So the space whales take off, and they don't get quite the light show that you do when a warp drive is going off and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, it's such a natural thing for them that they're just like,
Yeah.
So very cool.
It was fantastic.
So, is there anything else about that episode that really shines?
Nope.
So
I mean, the whole episode shone.
It did shone. Let's do a quick rating then. Are we gonna rate both of these separately or both of them together?
We can.
I say together is fine.
We can. I would say they're on par with each other. Yeah. So.
I think I was back to a 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we dipped.
Yeah, we dip. I'm gonna go back up to an 8 on this. I think that both of these episodes were fantastic.
Yeah.
Just like how close it felt to like a Clone Wars episode. It was just fantastic. I don't know if there's much more to say than that. Going for a solid 8.
And I'm gonna roll myself up to an 8.5.
That's fair.
I'm waiting to see where it goes because I think I started out real heavy-handed on my rating, and
you brought it back a little bit.
Yeah,
because we did have an episode that was
30 minutes long.
It was okay.
The big problem was that it was 30 minutes. But,
other than that,
these 2 episodes, stunning. I thought they were really well done. They pulled in so many pieces of lore and things that it just made my Star Wars heart
I would have to
grow.
Question you on this.
Yes.
Are you liking this more or less than Mando?
More or less than Mando?
More or
Which
less?
season?
So that's hard.
Yeah. It changes the whole question.
So, okay, we'll come back around to that.
Okay.
Closer to the end of this season then.
Okay.
Because I think you're right. I think that takes more investigation than that's an unfair question.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, anyway,
that's it. Remember to like, subscribe, notification bell, and comments are the biggest thing. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Tell your friends.
Don't forget you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. There's links in the description. And we will see you next week.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I said that like I had no clue.
Yes.
All right.
Next
Take care,
week.
everybody.
Peace.
Peace.
That was a lot. That was an aggressive piece. Why are you so angry when you say that?
I thought that it was exhilaration.
I'm going to turn the on-air sign off because we're not on air.
Yeah, don't be fucking lying like that.
No, we're off. Macaroni. What? Just randomly say macaroni. Oh, right.
No, she just.
I thought you just randomly said macaroni, and I was like, what?
Every once